today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Washington Commanders taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Dak going to start out going to the air. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. But defensively, really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Is the punter Brian Ager to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10. At their own 26. To throw is Wentz. Samuel bringing in the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
There the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Toss left to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Commanders' 48-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw is Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wentz to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit. Maybe they're split.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A give to Gibson running right. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run the toss now with Gibson. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now a play fake. Wentz.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
From 21 yards away. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott now.
That's caught again by Schultz.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 44, Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Prescott to throw it. Forced out to his left.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down.
Here's Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll look to throw.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 22. To throw, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Thomas brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Wentz. He's going to air one out.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. So the completion good for 6 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. On play action, it's Wentz.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. A handoff for Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Wentz.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Out of his end zone, Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 5 now. Prescott, he finds his man, complete. It's Schultz, stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Throwing, Prescott.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Here's a give to Gibson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
On second down, here's Gibson again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Able to connect with Dotson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing now is Wentz. This to McLaurin out on the left side. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Gibson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Gibson again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And his pass incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Prescott.
That's caught. It's James Washington. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Second and 7.
And again, it's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.